Hi, everyone. Vasu VParty here for the VPartySports podcast for this Friday afternoon, a little bit after 3 o'clock on the East Coast, 12 o'clock on the West Coast. Coming up on this podcast, a preview of the full NBA day. NCAA basketball has a few games out there, and the NHL with only 2 games today, but a recap of Thursday's action, 4 games in the NBA, 5 games in the NBA, as well as a full college slate, Big Ten, Pac-12, WCC, all on the docket for Thursday, and we'll have a recap of all those as well. We'll also slightly touch a preview on Saturday's big conference day in NCAA basketball, 7 games in the NBA, and a full slate in the NHL. Don't forget, we'll be back on Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern, as well as Sunday, 6 a.m. Pacific, a preview of the entire divisional weekend in the NFL, NBA, NCAA, NHL. The Daily Post will be Saturday and Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, plus replays. So if you missed any of the information, you can always catch the replays. Sponsorships are available. You can contact me directly at VPartySports on Instagram, on Twitter, at Facebook and YouTube at Vasu VParty. All right, on this program, we'll preview Friday's action of the NBA. The NCAA has a few games. The NHL, as I said, only has 2 games. But coming up next, a conversation with Darren Smith. Darren Smith covers the Kansas City Chiefs, works for ESPN Radio in Kansas City, and he has a social media podcast on Sundays or every day that the Chiefs play for 4 hours of pregame show, pregame and postgame host of a podcast, and also works for ESPN Radio in Kansas City. Darren Smith, a conversation with Darren Smith, to preview the NFL game between the Chiefs and the Jaguars, as well as touch on the NFL divisional weekend with the 4 games that are going on this weekend. I'm Vasu VParty. In 2 minutes, we'll be back with Darren Smith covering the Kansas City Chiefs for ESPN Radio Kansas City, and also his podcast at Darren Smith. We'll see you in 2 minutes. Thanks for joining me on this Friday afternoon. Back in 2 minutes with Darren Smith, and then after that, we'll preview the rest of Friday's action and give you the best bet segment as well.